Hi guys, good morning. How's it going? Happy Friday. My name's Denali if you're new here, and this is a series of videos where I sit in my car and I talk about whatever's on my mind, whatever's timely, hopefully reselling related, sometimes personal. You get what you get. So yeah, it is a rainy, dreary day, as you can see from the rain on my windows here. I wish we had sun, but we had a couple days of it last weekend or this past week. I don't know, the weeks have been a blur for it being a new year. I've got my coffee here. I brought it from home again. I'm doing really good. I say that, and then again, I was at Starbucks yesterday, but that's because my son had a dentist appointment and we hadn't eaten breakfast, so we went to Starbucks afterwards. So I have gone to Starbucks once. I think that's the only time I've done it. What did I want to talk about with you guys today? Something that was on my mind. I literally was driving in after dropping my son off at school, and I thought, you know, what do I want to talk about today? And the one thing that came to mind for me was the thought, I can only do one thing well. That's the thought. I can only do one thing well. And to some of you, that may resonate right off the bat, and to others, you might think, what the heck is she talking about right now? So let me tell you what I'm talking about if you have no idea. I have often thought throughout my life, but it's come to me more, I would say in the past 8 to 10 years, that I can really only do one thing great or well in my life in regards to my duties. My individual duties as Denali, and yours are different for you, insert name here. So for instance, I am a business owner, but you know, whether you do this full time or you do this, you know, part-time side income, whatever you want to call it, right? You're an employee. Because in the past I used to be an employee, so I used to say this to myself as an employee. But I'm a business owner, I'm a mom, and I'm a wife. I suppose we could also throw in that, yeah, I'm a human too. Yeah, I think that's how I looked at it, because there was like 3 different ways that I used to think about this. So let's think of it as mom and wife as one, but we could make it 4. I used to do it just with 3, but here we go. So this is what it is. Mom and wife, business owner, and then human, being Denali. So if I am running a successful business and I am on top of things at the warehouse are getting done, my office space is always clean and organized, all of my bookkeeping is up to date, I've got a huge backlog of drafts that I can always publish new listings when I'm ready, right? Like superior, in great shape as a business, then I'm probably not doing as well as a mom and wife, and then I'm not doing as well as a human Denali. Okay, right? So those 2 suffer. But I'm doing great as a business owner. But then let's turn the wheel a little bit. Now let's say I'm doing really great as a mom and wife. We'll call that family. I'm doing really great as a family person. I'm, you know, going out on dates with my husband. I'm spending tons of quality time with my son. My house looks impeccable, because we're gonna throw house just in there as well, right? Household. My house looks impeccable. There's no built up piles. Everything's clean. I'm cooking healthy meals, or I'm cooking. My pantry is fully stocked and not overstocked. All of those things, right? My yard looks impeccable. But then my business is probably suffering, and Denali as a human is not getting as much focus. Now let's turn the wheel again. So this is the last part of the triangle. Denali as a human. So Denali as a human is doing really well. I'm exercising every day. I'm getting in shape. I'm eating healthy. I'm taking time to meditate and journal each day. Oh gosh, what else? I've, you know, picked up a new hobby or completed old hobbies that I had forgotten about. I'm taking time to read books that I've never read before. So there we go. I'm doing really great in those. But gosh, my family and quality time is suffering, my household's suffering, and my business is suffering. So, okay, do you get what I'm saying now? I can only do one thing really well at a time. That's how I've often felt. And I'm not coming to you today necessarily with a solution. I guess I'm coming to commiserate. I mean, yes and no. I have had people tell me in the past, oh, you do so much. How do you do it like well, right? I don't do it well. So let me just say that. So all three of those things for me generally operate, I would say, on a subpar level. Yeah, I don't ever feel like I'm really doing great at all three at once. Rarely. At times, one goes a little bit higher than the other one, but they're never all up at the same time. And I don't know how, is anybody doing all three well? I guess that's my first question. Is it possible to be doing all three well at the same time? Maybe it is, and I just haven't figured out that hack in life. But on that note, maybe there's other hacks. So let me talk about the hacks that I've used. So in terms of being a small business owner, there are hacks that I've done, right? It's helped my business grow also, but then, you know, I just face new challenges in that way. So I do have employees, so people who help me photograph my items. I do have a virtual assistant who helps me draft my listings. So those are some of my hacks for the small business part. And actually, I recently just hired somebody to help me with my bookkeeping. And I say that separately from having a CPA, which if you've been here for a while, you know that my dad is my CPA. We've done some really amazing tax videos. So if you have questions about taxes and you haven't heard me talk about this before, just go type in El Ducho taxes. You're gonna find 2 videos from us. Watch those, it'll answer most of your questions. So my dad is my CPA, but he's not my bookkeeper, right? Those are 2 very different things. So I just hired somebody to help me with my bookkeeping, and so that's another hack. So I've been able to outsource some of my duties in that way. But I know that there are other things that I really need to be doing, probably with my business, to streamline it a little bit more. And I'm gonna be honest, here's one that's kind of interesting that you may or may not realize. I have not been to the Goodwill outlet it's not since my last published video, because I stretched out my last haul from the Goodwill bins. I think my last trip to the bins was possibly September of 2022, maybe August, I'm not sure. So I technically have not been thrifting in about September, October, November, December, 4.5 months now. That's kind of crazy. You're maybe thinking, well, how do you have inventory? Well, I order liquidation, so I have other inventory. Not to mention, I had a little bit of a backstock of inventory, so I've been making myself work my way through that. You know, now the minute I say this, I'm gonna like go to the bins, which is fine. It's my prerogative. Like, I can do whatever I want, but it's just that's something that I've intentionally not been doing because I didn't need to. And as much as I love it and it's therapeutic and it's fun, I didn't need to do it. So those are things that I've been doing in my, I guess, my small business life to try and make things better, things easier, things more manageable. In my home life, you know, I mentioned to you guys like a week or so ago that I'm trying to get started back up with house cleaning. That has not gone well. I didn't really do an update on that, but the first house cleaning that I had scheduled, that I talked to you guys about the day that I did it, the person never showed up. So there's that. Then the next time, so I had to reschedule. I was using the app Handy, which has been good in the past. So I scheduled somebody else to come the following week. That person shows up 2 hours late. That's fine. It's not a big deal. 2 hours late. I booked a 3-hour cleaning. They left after just shy of 2 hours. And I come home and they just did the worst cleaning I've ever paid for. To the point, like, let's just say, I'm not gonna get graphic, but I lifted up the toilet seats, and if you've ever looked at the underside of a toilet seat, they had not been cleaned. So that was just like one thing. It wasn't like, oh, well, they just forgot one thing. No, that's just the one thing I told you. So it was not great. I'm having somebody else come this next week, hopefully to really finish that cleaning. Yeah, so that's a bummer. I'm probably, I don't know if I'm going to continue to use Handy. Yikes. I'm going to have to search for another cleaning service. First world problems, I know. Everybody has the things they like to spend their money on. House cleaning is one of mine. I don't get my nails done or do any of that other stuff. So that's something that helps me be a better mom, wife, household person, is that I outsource some of my cleaning tasks when I can. It's something I used to do more regularly. I want to get back on it now. And, you know, in terms of like cooking and having dinners ready and stuff like that, I don't, you know, I've tried a million different meal services, literally. Yes, I've tried HelloFresh, Blue Apron. Gosh, what else are there? I don't know which ones are in business anymore, so I'm trying to think of that. I've tried the individual meals. I did Factor. I did one of them that just closed down for business. I've done all the meal delivery services. Those aren't a great solution for me. So yeah, I'm just trying to work on that and figure out like how to just like cook at home more and do Uber Eats and all that sort of stuff less. Because Uber Eats is great, it's a great hack, but it's not great financially for my wallet. So there's that. And then lastly, we talked about Denali as a human, right? How do I fill that bucket, that triangle? Yeah, that's a great question. That one's really got to be more self-motivated. I'm not going to necessarily hire a personal trainer, though there's nothing wrong with doing that. If that's something that helps motivate people, you should absolutely do it. I'm not going to do that. I barely have time for other things in my life, so I don't have the time for that. It's really just a commitment on my part, unfortunately. But my health overall, I feel like I've been trying to take more control over it and do doctor's appointments and all that sort of stuff. I actually just had a doctor's appointment this past week because I've been having this really weird thing. I'll just tell you guys really quick because I don't really even have a solve for it, but it's called, I think it's called a cluster migraine. No, it's not a cluster. That's not what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the term, but it's basically take the word headache and the word kaleidoscope. And it's ocular. I think it's like an ocular migraine. And you see like out of one of your eyes or both of them possibly, it's like kaleidoscope vision. It's kind of scary because if you Google it, you'll see why I said it's scary. So anyways, I had just a doctor's appointment this past week to talk about it, and I got a referral to talk to somebody who's maybe more specialized in that area. So yeah, anyways, no update on that other than, hey, look at me being good and taking control of my health and that sort of stuff. So talk to your doctors if you have any concerns about stuff. Don't wait on things. Lastly, what do I want to tell you? Yeah, so there you go. I try and figure out solutions for all three, but I don't know. I don't feel like I'm ever doing all three well. I guess I'm turning to you guys to say, what's your thoughts on this? How do you do well at all the commitments in your life? Or is it okay to just not do well at all the commitments in your life and just accept who you are and where you are in your life at that time? And maybe it just comes and goes in waves. Maybe that's the thing. It's just like, on this day I do really good at this, and on this day I do really good at this, and on this day I do really good at this. I don't know. I'm just talking this out with you guys right now. So there's that. Other fun things that are not reseller related. I got this fun new purse. Okay, so everybody who's not interested in me as a human, you can exit. I got this fun new purse. I've been trying to figure out like what new purse I wanted to, ooh, that was loud, to be carrying around. And I got this kind of cute puffy quilted one from Amazon, and it was just trash. It was like falling apart, and I'm like, I'm returning this. I'm not keeping it. And then I saw on TikTok, because TikTok will always tell you what you want that you didn't know you wanted, okay? And I saw other people talking about this Baggu bag. And this is like the medium half moon or whatever. I can't remember what it's called. That's the strap right there. And it's awesome. It's just the right size. I'm glad I didn't get a size larger than this because I think it would be too big for me. The strap is adjustable, so I can either carry it as a crossbody or I can just carry it as a shoulder bag, which is kind of nice to have those two options. It's nylon, which I do like nylon because I'm pretty sure I could throw this in the wash if I wanted. That's at least what I would do. And then it holds a ton, you guys. Here's a side view. Look how much room there is there. I'm gonna show you like all the stuff I put in here. And then I've been trying to keep it organized. Well, first off, I put my egg bites in here, so there's those. And then I repurposed all of my Ipsy bags. Is Ipsy still a company? I hope they're still around for whatever reason. You know the little makeup bag thingies that you get from Ipsy? So this one, I put chapsticks, extra scrunchies, stuff like that. This one, I've got my paper masks. This one, I've got, oh, what's in this one? I'm like, what's in here? I don't want to be showing anything weird on here. Not that I carry anything weird, but this one has, this one's actually probably the weirdest. It's my lactose pills. Now, if you are, yeah, that's not going to focus. Anyways, if you're lactose intolerant, you know the importance of carrying your lactose pills with you wherever you go, because you don't know, like, here's another bag and another bag. You never know when you're going to want to have one on hand. Like, I may have surprise ice cream. And if that's going to be the case, I want to be able to eat said surprise ice cream. This is my wallet. Look how cute this is. It's Vera Bradley, and it's not going to focus. I'll hold it further away. Oh, there we go. It's Star Wars. I thought it was cute. All right, and then there's still a ton of room in here because I got other stuff in here. And then I also purchased, this one's just from Amazon. It's one of those crossbody belt bags, whatever, from the brand Ododos or whatever. I'll link it in the description down below if you're curious about it. But I put this in here for when I want to be like, you know what? No, I don't want to carry this bag with me. I want something smaller. So I'm carrying a purse within my purse. Is that smart? I think it's smart. For me, I'm like, yes, this works. This makes sense. Wait, I want to show you guys something else. Where did I put it? Maybe I left it in my pocket last night. My son and I finally went and used, finally. I got for my son and my husband just funny stocking stuffer gifts, but I bought them the Wendy's free Frosty for a year keychain tag thingies. I saw these on TikTok and I thought these would be a fun stocking stuffer. So anyways, I got them, and here's the little card that it came on. But you get a free Frosty with any purchase all year long. And I've never purchased them before. So my son and I went last night to go get our first Frosty. I was like, let's go cash in. And we went, and let me tell you, the Frosty is really small. Like, whatever however you think the junior size Frosty is gonna be, go smaller. Unless you already know what a Wendy's junior size Frosty is gonna be. It was literally like 4 ounces. Probably 4 ounces. So that was a little bit of a surprise for me and my son, but it's okay because that's like arguably all Americans should really probably consume. That should be probably a proper serving size. But anyway, we got that. We got 2 of those and a junior French fries, and we just sat in the lobby together. He had a class last night, and so it was like after his class, and we went and we just sat in Wendy's and had 2 little 4-ounce Frosties and a junior thing of fries. There were probably like 15 fries in there. It was kind of cute. But anyways, so that fits in the purse. The Frosty tag does. But they only cost, I think it only costs like $1 to get Frosties all year long. Why not? So anyways, that's what I've got going on in my life right now, is just the thought of how can I do more than one thing well at a time. So if you have life hacks for me, or things that you figured out in your life that you do well, or just ways to console yourself, like, hey, I'm in the same boat as you, Denali. This is what I tell myself to make myself feel better. Please let me know, because that's where I'm at right now. And if you know of stuff that's stronger than coffee, also let me know. Like, I don't know if I'm like conveying it in my eyes, but if I kept them closed long enough, I would for sure fall asleep. So yeah, I'm gonna go because I'm gonna start rambling here, and yeah, anyways, hey, it was good talking to you guys. I've got a couple of thread up boxes that I actually already unboxed, but one is good and one is okay, but one is good. I was actually surprised. So I'll probably not post them till next week is what I'm thinking. But yeah, come back. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe, like, and yeah, whatever else. Okay, have a great weekend. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.